This is how you warm up for a YouTube video. This is what I do when you're not here. I am a sad man who's noisy in my bedroom making YouTube videos. Welcome to another Disneylander. As you see, I'm back here in Arizona with my girlfriend Aurora. I'm hanging out for a week just for New Year, so we're doing a Disneylander together again.
Yay.
Woo!
Woo!
Today, we're talking about each of our top 3 favorite areas of the park, our favorite sections, lands, whatever you want to call them, in Disneyland, California. It's gonna be pretty cool, pretty crunk. It's gonna be pretty sick, and let's get started.
Who's encouraging him? Who let him do this? Stop! Stop commenting that you like his videos. You make him do this.
Epic Disney moment incoming.
Serious time.
Let's get started with our number 3, or starting with, you want to start with my number 3?
Please.
Starting with my least most favorite.
Bottom tier of the
Okay.
favorites.
It's gotta be. Shows I hadn't actually been processing what it's gonna be. My least most favorite area of the park has to be Main Street. And this was the hardest to choose. 2 and 1 are obvious for me. And I really kind of went back and forth with a couple of different spots. But Main Street is just, you enter the park and there it is. And it has such a good vibe to it. Like, there's nothing like Main Street. It's not trying, I guess it's trying to be like an older town. But it's just cute, and you walk in, you see the castle. It's kind of Fantasyland, but it's also Main Street, you know? Mm-hmm. It's the first thing you see, and especially when you get there in the morning and you smell the popcorn and the music's playing and you start seeing cast members, it's just like walking into a new reality. And then at nighttime on your way out, all the lights, and Main Street's beautiful, it's fun, it's cozy. It's my number 3, which I feel like that's my more controversial spot. Some people would put Main Street down farther, but I think I love it.
Yeah.
What's your 3rd most favorite area of Disneyland?
My 3rd most favorite area of Disneyland
Yes.
is Fantasyland.
Fantasyland.
I like it because I like it so much that it is my top 3.
Yeah.
Because it's fantasy. It's where what you think of when you think of Disneyland, almost. When you think of the vibe that Disneyland is for children, like the magic and everything.
Castles and princesses.
Exactly.
And fantasy.
And being in Fantasyland makes you feel like you're in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Because the castle and then all the meet and greets with the princesses happening in the back area, and then the theater is there and you can see the shows.
Yeah. And
the pastel colors and Small World and all the dark rides.
It's cute. It's a lot of classics in there, especially the, Snow White, Pinocchio kind of dark rides. That's classic Walt Disney. I mean, that's Walt's magic right there.
Exactly.
I don't have it. That's why nothing cool happened. That's what Walt's magic would have really looked like. She's a little closer to the man himself.
Oh yes, of course. You go on those dark rides if you're 5 years old or you're 50 years old. You just always have to go to Fantasyland and the magic.
They're great. Yeah. If you don't like those rides, you probably should not be in Disneyland, because that's what Disney's about. I agree with that. My 2nd most favorite. Now, this is hard for me because I had a really hard time picking which to put where. And I almost just wanted to switch it right there, but I'm going to stick with my gut. My 2nd most favorite area in Disneyland is Adventureland.
Ooh.
I love adventure. I love, Indiana Jones is just my favorite thing ever. Mm-hmm. But just the feel of Adventureland, especially at the classic Disneyland, such tight quarters. The trees have really grown in, and it's a little jungle. And it's a kind of a cramped area of the park, but now with Tropical Hideaway and the seating area for Bengal barbecue, it soaks in more crowds. And there's such a charm to it. Mm. And for a while I was like, oh, I wish I was the only person in here, because then it would feel more adventurous, like you're lost on a trek out in the jungle. But my mom pointed out one time that the huge crowd there kind of makes it feel like the only outpost in this huge jungle, so of course you're going to get tons of people there. Like if you watch an Indiana Jones movie, or I was just thinking of the new Jumanji movie when they're in the town and there's just people everywhere and traders everywhere, but you're still in the middle of the jungle.
It's true.
Adventureland is so immersive. It is. You know, even though it's confused between India and Africa and Polynesia, you know, it's kind of just an amalgam of adventure, whatever that means. It really fits. There's nothing out of place in there. You can have a Polynesian mask next to an African mask, and somehow it's like, that's cool. That's adventure.
Yeah.
So.
It's very adventurous. Like, seriously.
Yeah, like you got to get your bug spray on when you walk in there. It's like, get your pith hat.
And it has the Tiki Room.
It does. In the Tiki Room. In the Tiki Room. All the birds sing words.
And the flowers croon.
In the Tiki Room. We did not, in fact, plan that as well rehearsed as it looked.
Yes.
Hey, what's your number 2?
My number 2 spot is New Orleans Square.
Tasty.
That is another such a well-themed spot where I feel like I am somewhere different.
Yeah.
From walking around the corner. And I love walking back behind the shops in these little small walkways, and there's always music, like the pirates that come out and sing.
Oh yeah, you got the caroling pirate trio or quadro, and then of course you got like jazz bands playing out there. It's so cool. It's such a good feeling.
And the water is there. What is
the Rivers of America
with the riverboat?
Oh yeah.
There, and it's just I wish I was there right now.
It's so good.
It feels good to be there.
Yeah.
And then the Haunted Mansion off in the distance over there, and you're like, ooh, I want to go see that. Everything's laid out so wonderful. I love it there.
Right. And it's so intentional. I'm going to carry off with what you're saying, because New Orleans is my number 1. New Orleans Square is just my favorite. It's so cool and so immersive. It makes me feel like I'm at New Orleans even though I've never been there. It makes me want to go to actual New Orleans.
Don't forget the food.
Yeah, especially the food. Creole food and Cajun food is just so good. And they actually do it justice there. I think my favorite restaurant in all of Disneyland, maybe any Disney park ever, I've said before, is the one right in the middle of New Orleans Square.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Cafe Orleans.
Cafe Orleans. She's got it. You know, my favorite place in the world, Cafe Orleans. How could I forget?
Yeah.
Seriously, though, the food there is good. We've talked about the pommes frites before, the fries covered in garlic and cheese, and then the Monte Cristos. If you haven't had a Disneyland Monte Cristo, this goes for you, too.
Yes. We've discussed this.
Go.
Time to go.
Go.
Right now. Right now.
Yeah, so I love New Orleans, and what you're saying with the Haunted Mansion, even that is done in the New Orleans like Gothic style, right? Like the mansion doesn't look that way in any of the other parks, because it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's authentic. It's to a T. It's fun. It's bright, vibrant, loud, boisterous.
I love it.
It's great. It's great. So what's your number 1, Mrs.? Tell me all about it.
Oh, can I also just say?
Yes.
I like the Mint Julep Bar.
Mint Julep Bar. That's another fun place. It's a cozy little hideaway right by the train track.
Yes.
Tasty.
And beignets are there. Beignets. Get them. They're shaped like Mickey's heads.
Like Mickey's head, kind of.
Kind of. Sometimes they're not shaped very well. My number 1 favorite spot is Main Street.
Main Street! All right. We had pretty similar lists then.
Yes. Main Street is my favorite because, like Bram said earlier, you walk in and you're in Disneyland. It's the last couple times I've been to Disneyland, I have started silently crying to myself when I walked into Main Street, just because I love Disneyland.
Yeah.
And once, we drive there, and, the drive, we're like, oh, I can't wait to get there, checking into the hotel, I can't wait to go into Disneyland tomorrow. And then you go through the ticket,
downtown Disney even.
Downtown Disney, go walk through the ticket taker scanners, yep, and then you're, just passed with the Mickey flower bed, but you're not in Disneyland.
It's not there yet.
You walk through and you're on Main Street.
They're playing that good old ragtime music.
Yes. It feels like you're home, like you've made it. And the lights, the smells, the environment, seeing the Walt and Mickey statue and the castle behind it. It's just Disneyland. And
especially first thing in the morning, maybe not so later in the day, but first thing in the morning, everyone is so happy.
Yes.
Like, everyone's in such a great mood on Main Street.
Kids skipping around and their little girls in their Minnie Mouse tutus and little boys with their lightsabers and just jumping around because we're in Disneyland.
It's wonderful. Wow.
I want to go now.
All right. Thanks for watching Disneylander. I gotta give an honorable mention though. I feel like I used to really hate this area and it's grown on me. Frontierland, I used to think was really lame. Like every theme park in the world has some Old West for some reason. Something about Frontierland has really grown on me though, where it feels good.
Yes.
And then I also have to note, Star Wars Land is not open at the time recording this. It's opening in just a couple months. It's 2019 now, so once we hit summer, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make a video on whether or not that's going to feel out of place, because obviously Adventureland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, and then Star Wars Land.
And Star Tours is in Tomorrowland.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. It's a different topic for a different time, but it's going to be amazing and immersive.
Of course. Have you seen the photos? Guys.
Will it be Disneyland?
Go look at the photos.
Go look at the photos.
It's amazing.
And then tell us your 3 favorite areas of the park down in the comments below. Or if you just want to do your favorite, I'm going to put a little poll. I believe it's this way.
It's this way.
Yeah, it's a little I, the letter, not the body part, in a circle. And it's probably already gone by now because I've been hovering my hand over here for so long. And it's going to take you to a little poll, as in it's not even going to take you anywhere. You just click on it.
It's going to pop up.
And then you click your favorite. If you haven't done it before, I put a poll in every video. They're epic Disney moments.
Stop commenting on his videos. You're encouraging him. Aurora Challenge. Also comment your least favorite area. A place you just don't like passing through.
Ooh, that's a hot topic.
Yeah, comment that too.
Okay.
Aurora Challenge.
Aurora Challenge. And make sure you label Aurora Challenge.
Yes, please.
Just so we know.
Dude, you better know how to spell my name. It's Sleeping Beauty's name.
Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Disneylander. Aurora and I are going to record one more video here. I'm uploading a video every other Saturday, but I'm going to hold off this second one for sometime a month or two from now when I don't feel like recording a new one. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. We love ya. Have a Disney fantastic time.
You could have said Disney Day.
Nope, I couldn't have. It's trademarked.
Disney fantastic time.